course, sharing with us your time and, of course, everything. I mean, your resources and all of that. Thank you so much. Big Lala is very much in the building today. And, of course, we have quite a lot of stuff to talk about on this particular episode of Gusto Reactions. Yes, this is going to be coming to you every now and then. We will actually look at issues and, of course, dissect these issues, of course, with the one and only Big Lala of the whole of I make I not talk too much, Anyways, how far, bro? Kilo shele.
Yeah, I did okay, man. How you doing?
Okay. Anyways, we dive very quickly into the whole discussion. Quite a lot of things have happened, recently, and of course, one of them is actually, talking about how we are having a lot of people, actually, some are on the side of Wizkid, while some are on the side, of the rappers. A lot of people are actually talking about that one. I'm about to share a couple of my screen, with people right here. I've seen. So, Wizkid is actually, the would I say the order of the day right here. Let me tilt my screen so that I could show Big Wiz. Very very well. Now, a lot of people have been talking about Wizkid, the rappers, but another dimension, Big Lala, that has come into play right here is someone actually coming to say, even Wizkid is not a fantastic singer, but you can see the name right here. Someone is coming to say Wizkid is not a fantastic singer, and that has actually raised a lot of eyebrows on Twitter, on social media. Big Lala, are you of this opinion as well? Do you belong to this party of thoughts about Wizkid not being a fantastic singer?
Well, I mean, not to even discuss whether he's a fantastic singer or not.
Mm,
I just feel I don't know why Samklef had to say that, because him saying this kind of thing makes it look like he's a hater, or
yeah,
he feels some type of way about Wizkid.
yeah.
I mean, we know over the past few years he's talked about, he's had issues with Banky. He's
Mm-hmm.
been respectful of Wiz and the fans. He's tried to use Wiz FC to promote his songs and whatever. He was
Yeah,
a, a major part of the start of Wiz's story, production wise or music wise,
yeah.
because they made magic together with that
Together, yeah.
superstar album. So him coming out to say this kind of thing, it looks like he's intentionally want to provoke a reaction from Wiz or from Wiz FC. I mean, it was unprovoked. I don't see why he had to say that, whether it's true or whether it's false, and stuff like that should not actually be coming from
From
the
him.
Samklef. No, how would the Samklef feel if people say today that this guy production not even bad Jadina, just Pangolo
Mm.
back then. He would feel some type of way.
Mm-hmm.
People say, oh, even back then he wasn't the best producer, but he also
Yeah.
wants credit for people calling him the pioneer of Afrobeats, or the people or one of the
Mm-hmm.
people who
Upa Afrobeat.
revolutionized. Yes, he wants people to refer to him as that, and that I don't think that and he had any right to say such a thing. To the facts of the matter, which is, can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you. Yeah.
To the facts of the matter, Wiz is a fantastic singer. Wiz, yes, is a good singer. Wiz has proven time and time and again, at the start of his career, his song is lungs out, whether you like it or not. He was singing love songs. He was singing R&B. Forget that there was some auto tunes here and there, even as at then, but he changed his style from something that didn't really require him to be a singer, right? Which is the Afro pop, Afro beats that he used to do. He changed himself into more of a R&B kind of guy. Now Wiz is always singing on tracks. Wiz is not really bothered about the pangolo these days. If you notice, he's more of a singer. He performs live. He's grown so much in his craft. And for someone like Sam Clef, who should know the story of how Wiz came about, someone like Sam
Yeah.
Clef is like he wants a reaction, and I think that's just it's sad, it's disappointing on my part to hear such
But
appreciation.
would you say that the singing part of Wizkid, like Samklef said, would you say it's not one of his strongest points in terms of singing?
See, if he's not one of his strongest points, then why is he so
Yeah,
big right now? He's diverted so much from what's it called? The Pangolo aspect of Afrobeats. I'm going to call it that because he has. But he's left all that bit, right?
yeah.
He's doing more. If you think back to when he got the attention of, for example, the US market, when the likes of Drake started coming
Drake,
into the
yeah,
world,
yeah.
Drake bring him in to come and do Pangolo music. Of course, Wiz will still do his Pangolo music if he wants, and he would.
Mm.
You get
Mm-hmm.
he would do well, right? But he's actually put efforts in singing. No one has. I don't think
Mm-hmm.
anyone has claimed that Wiz is the best singer yet to date. I mean, there are more
Yeah.
technical singers in the game, but
Mm.
with his skill set that he has, right? You can't
Yeah.
call him nothing short of fantastic, or you can't even give him good. You can give him very good.
Yeah.
You don't even have to mention that he's not fantastic. Just give him the
Yeah.
credit because he stuck to his guns. People till today will say Wiz, go and continue to do your what's it called now? You want the Wiz of old. But
Yeah.
is he giving a rat's about anybody saying he wants to
Yeah.
go back to the Wiz of old? He's not. I don't know. Samklef saying it and on the platform he said it. It's just mischievous for me.
Mm. I mean, Samklef was talking about how Wizkid and Yaya will go for a talent hunt, and that who where he was asking the audience, or he was asking the people he was conversing with, that who were they going to pick if Wizkid and Yaya goes for a talent hunt. And I mean, a couple of people started talking on social media and all of that, and I mean, it seemed like it was a personal agenda, personally for me, but others feel it should be talked about, or it isn't talked about enough, that this guy did not get to where he is today by singing. That probably he has other swag and all of those things. That was part of the reasons why
Do you think singing is enough? Yeah, do you know how many talented singers there are that come out of is it Project Fame or The Voice and
yeah,
whatnot? The
yeah.
winners of The Voice for the past how many seasons? Where have they? Where has
Where are
their
they right
singing
now?
attributes? Where has it taken them to in their musical career right
Hmm.
now?
Yeah.
You get it's not just about singing. It's someone has to be the whole package. You have to be the whole package. It's
Yeah.
not just be about your singing. You have to be the
we
whole package.
see we see a lot of people actually commenting right now, on our post, and we just want to ask you. So, what exactly do you think, about Sam Clems's, comment about Whiskey is not a fantastic singer? We're gonna have that on the community as well to ask you guys what you feel. But right now, let's have your point. Let's have your thoughts. What do you think? Whiskey not a fantastic singer, or is he a fantastic singer? Something I said no, he's not. And we think we should have your opinion on that one as well. So please put your comments down below. Tell us where you're commenting from, and tell us, is Wizkid a fantastic singer or not? We will be waiting to hear from you. I will come back to that. Someone, Badiru Bashiro, says it's really wrong, sir. So we don't know, Badiru, what is wrong? Is it the fact that Wizkid, is being called a not so fantastic singer, or because Sam Clip? Let us know what you think, Badiru Bashiru, and every other person watching us right now. Please put your comments down below. Let's know. We will read out everything to every one of you, so that you will know exactly what you're saying, or what your other guys are saying who are watching us right now. This one's Elvis Osagi. It says Big Wiz is a fantastic singer. Elvis, thank you very much for your comment. Big Wiz is a fantastic singer. Of course, we note that one as well. So it is actually Wiz's fans coming through for him right now. So Sam Clef, be very, very careful, and of course be watchful, because Whiskey fans are coming for you for saying he is not a fantastic. Let's have all more, let's have more comments, guys. Let's have more comments. Big Lala and I are still very much on here. Please put your comments down below on that one. Big Lala, the last time we had a reaction, okay, that Dami Lucas said maybe he's talking about lyrics. Big Lala, another point again before we go to the other one. So, is it about lyrics now?
It's not about lyrics, like I said. These are comfortable. I mean, singing has
Is it
nothing to
about
do
lyrics?
with
Okay, so does Whiskey does good lyrics? Can we say in terms of lyrics is up there as well?
Yeah, I think so. I think so because he showed that over the years. If he decides to make it simpler right now, it's
Yeah,
because it's easy. You can't tell
yeah.
me with Wiz of back then, even
Yeah,
as as a young boy that is back then. We've seen him
yeah,
also
yeah, yeah,
we've seen him
yeah.
give you good lyrics on his Ayo album. You get those
Oh
kind of
yeah,
things. You can't use lyrics to bash whiskey. You can say over the years he has decided to make things much more simpler and what's it called, easy going for people to listen and like.
yeah.
Which there's
So
no
what would
harm
you
in
say
doing.
about people who have been talking about? Oh, she tell me say, she tell me say, she tell me say.
You
You
know what? You know what? On that one, they may have a point. Wiz needs to
know.
Wiz needs to Wiz needs to diversify in terms of. I mean, that should tell me say you
This
get
Badiru
not.
Bashiru says it's really wrong to say that to Whiskey that's not a fantastic singer. I mean, Badiru Bashiru is talking and he's still talking to say, you can't say he's not a is it, oh, Isiak Mohammed says Samklef won't collect. Whiskey FC, please take it easy. This one's Ishola Kende says Big Wiz is a fantastic singer. Hmm. But Lala, what exactly would you say? I mean, we're talking about the whole she tell me say, she tell me say. Would you say it's
What I
getting
was
too
gonna
much
end
in
with.
Wiz's songs?
See, it's the good thing is it shows that what Wiz is writing his own lyrics, right?
Okay,
That's
Big
what
Dada,
it means.
sorry. Morning, if I may say, lyrically, Wheezy, lyrically, I think Wizkid is diluted. Hmm, Wizkid is diluted.
Calm down.
Okay, we're not seeing the comments. You know, okay, say Wizkid is
If I leave the
diluted.
comments, you go read them later. For comments later.
Okay,
What I
get your
mean is,
comments coming in,
you
please.
see, you said this. She tell me, say. It only proves
Yeah,
what it proves one thing, right? It proves that Wiz
yeah,
is writing his own lyrics, and I mean maybe that's one of his go-to phrases in his lyrics. Has it been
yeah,
overused? Damn yes, of course it has been overused. Wiz needs to add a bit more spice or have a
yeah,
different variation of she tell me say. You get.
yeah,
But the mere
yeah,
fact that you hear it on several of his songs is just a pointer that he writes his song. Not this is not defending him. Other artists, if you also listen to some albums, for example, I think
mm,
Olamide's the previous, not the last one, the previous one, there was a particular
yeah,
phrase he used like 3 different times in 3 different songs. I mean, it's just
mm,
a pointer that he writes his own songs, and perhaps
yeah,
you wanna say we should employ the services of a songwriter. So yes, I think
mm-hmm,
everybody,
mm-hmm,
regardless your status in the game, you should find a different perspective in terms of your songs because
yeah,
to
yeah,
really do
yeah.
well, the biggest of artists use songwriters. So I'm not
She
against
tell
it.
me say it's not on MMLE. Oh, he retracted the message. Okay, Isaac
It's
Mohammed, you said she tell me say it's
it's
not a
not
more love, less
doesn't
ego, but you
yeah
retracted
it's
the
not
message right
maybe
now.
just
So does it mean it's on it? Anyway, shout out to Wizkid FC, Wizkid fans, everyone watching, all Afrobeat fans. Please continue to put your comment down below. We will read every single thing and we'll discuss about all of them. Big Lala, another thing, which is of really, really great concern to me. You mentioned something the other time, and I'm going to bring. uh, you kind of insinuated that these guys maybe are not cool, with each other, Wiz and Bona. Um, would you say that statement, you stand by it?
of course I think they are pointers, right? They are pointers. Um,
Okay.
as you can see, the whole energy with Wiz coming up with more love, less ego. I think it's because I don't
Mm,
think this is how we planned to actually his persona to promote this album. I don't think this is what was planned.
yeah.
If you put in love all the way to the release of your album, and then all of a sudden days to the release,
You are
you
giving
see
them
there's this switch up.
violence.
Yeah, there's this switch up. I mean, continuous switch up, and you're wondering what's going on, and then you're
What's
throwing
up with Wiz?
subs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're throwing subs on social media to several people, and
Mm,
nobody can tell who else could Wiz be. I mean, throwing subs at who else is on Wiz's level that needs Wiz's attention this much for him
mm,
to be
yeah.
throwing
Yeah.
those subs, saying things like, "Oh, I want to teach you guys how to get what you want with little effort and blah blah blah."
Yeah.
It,
Yeah.
it can't be a Davido. Davido has been mourning his what's it called? Well, it was a few days before Ifeanyi's demise, but it could have
Yeah.
been Davido. I don't think. Who could it have
David,
been that
yeah.
Wiz was throwing shots at Steve? And who else
Yeah.
has been throwing shots at Wiz for a long time with Wiz hasn't responded
Mm.
to? He is Burna, right? So that's what made me feel, and I
And
don't
then
I
there
don't
was
think
Burna Boy reply as well.
what did Burna Boy say?
There was Burna Boy reply of, oh, if you're not making 100 million, per year,
Oh yeah,
let's
that's true.
let's not even start talking about the whole thing.
So
Don't
so
at me,
if a
don't
Burna Boy
talk.
if a Burna Boy replies at that very moment, right, it means he thinks the sub is his and he decides
Mm-hmm,
to respond.
mm-hmm,
You get so
mm-hmm.
that there's cracks in that friendship, and I don't think everything is right at Burna Boy Wiz. I mean, it was just what 12 months ago we had Ballon d'Or, and these guys were promoting the hell out of Ballon d'Or last December up to January.
Mm.
You get. I don't like the fact that I mean that moment was a good moment. Everybody applauded it. Two top guys in the game actually come together, do a song together.
Yeah.
You get.
Did Wizkid push Love Damini and did Burna Boy push More Love Less Ego?
Of course, now, of course, I think One Love Let It Go is still being pushed. Um,
No, no, no. I mean, what I mean is, did Wizkid post about Burna Boy's album and did Burna Boy post about Wizkid's album?
I don't think they did for either. I don't think they did
I
for
don't
either.
think they did.
I
I
don't
don't
think
think
they
they
did.
did as well. But in 2020, they both did for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Made in Lagos, and of course, the Twice as Tall, album. They both did for themselves, and I really don't know.
I
Now,
think
this person in
the major
September,
issue is actually, I think the
hold on,
major
hold
issue is
on.
actually, yeah.
Yeah, this person in September, actually talked about Burna Boy's friendship with Wizkid is too toxic and a big red flag. The sooner Wizkid cuts him off, the better. Now,
But this is after Burna Boy's what's it called
the
rant
whole
on
the whole if Whiskey
YouTube.
wasn't my guy, I would have definitely
Mhm.
have banged him in the face, on side just so his Twitter jokers realize I'm not Davido. But I'm like, alhamdulillah, I know better and I'm mature enough to know he's not. I mean, that was one of the things that Burna Boy said at the time, that if Whiskey was not his guy, he would have banged him in the face. And do you think all of the things Burna Boy said at the time actually got a response from Whiskey to say, you know what, I need to stay clear of this guy?
Of course, of course. I mean, that statement in itself, in its entirety, is wrong. Putting Wiz in the
Hmm.
same light as saying, "Oh, if I wasn't your guy, I would bang you up."
Bang you in the face, yeah.
On a normal day, right? If these two are not friends, if these two are not friends, if they are just they're not even friends, they're not enemies, and you say, "Oh, that guy, if you do anything, I go beat him, I go." You take it the
Bang
wrong
him.
way. You take it the
Yeah.
wrong way. And I feel, I mean, Burna Boy, it's more of provocation on the side of Wiz. He said that, and then Wiz didn't respond at the time, but obviously he will see that kind of thing and be like, okay, but I'm cool with this guy. Why would he say such a thing? If you have
Mm-hmm.
actual love and respect for someone, you wouldn't put them in that sort of light that, yes, if he wasn't my guy, I big pass you, I finish you. That's what it means.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
regardless who you are, you would feel some type of way. And I feel that's what's been on Wiz's mind since that time. And I think that's where that's where not just that but other things that have happened. That's where the grudge has started. And these two, I don't think they're on the best of times, especially when Monofle's ego dropped and Wiz is with throwing tantrums and what's it called?
Okay, Akim said you guys are just doing to Samklef what Nigeria bloggers and rappers did to Whiskey. We're taking things out of context. I mean, so Akim is saying that we're taking the whole Whiskey is not a fantastic singer out of context. I don't know what exactly, Akim, maybe you could, explain that more. We want to hear, we all want to, hear you or want to see your comment, maybe you explain more, let's see exactly what you mean. And maybe, just maybe we'll understand your own point as well. But yeah, back to Bonner Boy. Do you think Whiskey at some point said, you know what, guys, I think with Bonner I've had enough. I've had enough. Like, I've had enough of this guy constantly saying he's my friend and everything, and then keep saying, "Oh, Whiskey FC, a bunch of jokers. They are fools. They are this. They are that." And we all know how Whiskey actually, affiliates with the Whiskey FC. You know, we know anytime he goes to win an award and all of that, he says, "Guys, Whiskey FC, you guys are the best," and all of that. So I don't know. And then the whole Zigo Dome thing, MSG, and now the London Stadium. Seems like these guys are on a back-to-back kind of competition. Um, in what in what way would you say this should be resolved, or you think that in terms of a competition between these two guys, they should keep it at the same level? Should they maintain this energy?
Well, I mean, this competition, the fact that the two of them have been at the top and they are
Yeah,
vying for almost the same thing was
yeah,
always going to cause friction between the friendship, right? It was always going to cause issues because
yeah,
think about it. We're both in the top. I mean, if Vans want to come and get the best,
yeah,
they'll look at the top two first before they look at who else is on the list.
yeah, yeah.
So if we're both at the top and they know that we can't get these two at the top, we
Mm-hmm.
can only get one. If
Yeah,
one deal is always going to one person and is going to that person, or you really want one deal and is going to that person and it's not coming to
yeah,
you feel like you're not matching up, but somebody is doing better than you. That
yeah,
usually causes friction between guys and friendship, which is
yeah,
how would I put it? It's something that breaks friendship. We see the same thing with the young ones right now, with them Ruga and then Buju and Co. Then
yeah,
Olamide.
yeah,
We're seeing how that thing plays out. So it's a question of it's I think it's just normal human behavior. When you can people can preach and say, "Oh, I'm happy for my guy, I'm happy for him," but deep down
yeah,
you know that you also want to step up to that level. You also want to be at that
yeah,
top
yeah,
level. You want to be at the top. You want to be number one. Everybody wants to be number one. People can say they are content with what they have, but deep down, you want to be the one people look at when they turn to things. So I don't know if that's the problem it is with Wiz, but this shows people's. I don't know if it's the success of Burna Boy that is getting to him or anything like that, but something is not right at home, and it's having an effect on their relationship. And Burna's behavior also is not helping matters. Before this incident, there was a time when Wiz was hanging out with Burna, right? And they were
but
sitting, and Burna was like, I don't know if you remember when we had that reaction
yeah.
show, when
So you not
Burna was
getting
like,
to prove again, yeah,
you don't get anything to prove again. I mean, people didn't see meaning to that, but me, I saw meaning to that statement. It was like, Baba, don't be your time right now, and I'm my turn. I'm the one that is hot right now.
yeah.
You don't get
That
anything
was
to
like
prove again.
twenty
Don't,
twenty or 2019.
yeah,
Yeah, you say
don't try
whiskey
to
over, you
come
not
and
getting to
step up.
prove again.
Wiz was quiet then, and Wiz looked like a boy in that video. To be honest, I'm not capping anything. Wiz looked like a boy in that video. He was with his drink and he looked like he was Bonner's boy in that video. I
Mm,
don't know if he took it that way, but that get anything to prove. I didn't see it as a friendly
mm,
advice
mm,
thing. I saw it as a don't try to come.
mm-hmm,
It's my
mm-hmm,
turn right now.
mm-hmm,
It's my turn right now.
mm. Anyways, this I'm a whiskey fan. I can tell you what Samklef said is true in that context of comparing him with singers like Praise, Timi Dakolo, and the rest of them. Anyways, maybe Samklef, now what Akim is saying is in terms of being a fantastic singer compared to. But in that interview, he didn't start it at in comparison to these other guys, he's not a fantastic singer. And also, being fantastic, I think it is also, a bit subjective to people. Anyways, Akim, thank you very much for your comment. Please keep your comment coming. Every one of you, what do you think about Wizkid and the whole Burna Boy situationship, right now? Maybe friendship right now. There's been a whole lot of things happening, behind the scene. What exactly are your thoughts about it? What are your thoughts about what Burna Boy says about Wizkid? Most of the time, the comment and everything. And right now, there seems to be, stuff that are not going really, really rosy between these two guys. Anyways, away from Wizkid and Burna, we're back, to one of the major topics that, we discussed a while ago. Yes, a while ago. And then it surfaced yet again. Big Baby Buju, and of course the one and only Ashiwaju himself, who sang Ashiwaju. Ruga is in the building now. Buju and Ruga, that's Benson and Ruga, have been two major artists, almost A-list artists. If we're being honest, who have really really done well for themselves, this year. But it seems to be something big like that. We have always preached love amongst younger artists so that we don't have the whiskey and Davido kind of issues. But right now, it seems that Ruga is leading the campaign for violence in terms of this young artist. What exactly is it with Ruga and Benson, Traboski and Ashiwaju?
You know what? This Ruga and Buju is
Yeah,
giving Wizkid and Davido vibes. I don't know whether
vibes.
it's
Yeah,
Wizkid and Davido or Wiz and and Burna or Davido and Burna vibes because
Mm-hmm.
it looks like for the longest of time these guys have not look like they've not liked each other. Forget that video that you see that is trending or whatever it is that happens. These guys are
Yeah.
not. I don't think they like each other at all because snide remarks have come in. I mean, there's always fights on Twitter over this, and then I was surprised that I mean the accusation of streaming farms was brought up when it came to. Uh,
That's the latest in terms of the whole Buju and Ruga episode. Yeah, streaming farms.
mhm. So I was surprised, and I think Buju knows himself and knows his craft. Knows himself and he knows his craft. And then he thinks, oh, this guy is up to something and he doesn't deserve to be on this spot. I'm going to release a song and it's going to overthrow this guy. He's going to do better than your streaming farms and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, yeah.
He believed in himself, right? He really believed in himself. And then he released the song. The song did the same thing that he was accusing Ruga of within a few hours of release. The song was also on the top
So do you think that
20
was
charts.
streaming farm from Buju?
No, it's not streaming farm because I mean, those were the points that people were making. That why would you release a song in one day and then the next morning is on the top songs chart or is on number one or number two? I don't know why people
Mm.
feel it's possible, but that was what people were saying, right? And then Buju released the song. There was no streaming farm involved because if you're going to complain about streaming farm, you're not going to use it, right? And his song goes up to number three, number two on the charts. And then there was
Yeah,
this battle. There was this battle on especially the Apple Music charts that
yeah. On the Apple Music chart,
yeah,
Buju was number
Ruga
two at the point.
and Buju was number two at the point. I'm not sure which video. What's the name of Ruga? Did he release the video for 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 the
For
other
Red
song that
Flag.
he released for Red Flag? I think it was Red Flag he released the video for
Yeah,
because Red Flag was supposed to be the actual single, not Ashiwaju.
not
Ashiwaju
Ashwaju. Yeah,
was supposed to be the backup single, and
yeah.
unintentionally, it's done well. I mean, I was expecting, okay, Buju, let's see what you got. And then he got there number two, number three, number two, and now it's like number three and number four. And
Number
it looks like
four is on number four right now.
Wuga is undefeated in that
Number one.
particular race.
Yeah. Was Buju hoping to defeat Ruga to
Of
number one?
course,
Was that the
but
point he was trying to prove?
of course, that even with your streaming farm, with your alleged streaming farm, eh, I'm going
Mm.
to dethrone you. I'm going to do better than you in this regard. That was the whole point of that video. To be honest, I don't know if he had it planned before, but that's how I see it. And then he made a tweet a couple of days later and said things like, "Oh, pick one. Pick one is Traboski. Pick two is what's the other song? Is your Mondewa?
Yeah.
You get? He said you
Isiaq
pick two.
Mohammed, why is it only ways people compare weight in the industry?
Is a kind of him being great now. So
Yeah.
I mean they've tried to come around and I mean Buju has tried to say, oh, I'm going to drop another song which is Omalewa. But
Yeah.
to me, I feel he should just take
So
his
yeah.
time. I don't think he should try and say he wants to overthrow a Ashiwaju because Ashiwaju
Mm.
has been out now for what 2 weeks? Is it two? Yeah,
Yeah.
for 2 weeks, and it's been undefeated. It's been there for a while.
Yeah.
So if you come
Yeah.
in later on and drop a new song, it won't be because your new song did better. It will be
Mm.
because Ashiwaju, obviously now you've released it from
Big
time.
Lala, let me ask you a question.
Mm.
Do you think Buju, is losing focus away from his craft just to prove a point to Ruga?
Well, we can't say that right now, but if he drops a new single within the next before the year runs out, I mean, I
Yeah.
would say that I'll say yes because that means you're not chasing your own success. You're chasing to
Yeah.
shame somebody else.
To
That's what it
shame
will look
someone
like.
else.
Yeah, and right now you've dropped a track. Concentrate on it. With all the noise, I mean, I was thinking, would you, by all means, has more fans. I mean, should have more fans than the Ruga, especially in Nigeria,
Mm.
because it seems like people do love his craft. I'm not so sure about Ruga's fan base in Nigeria, but to
Yeah.
the best of my surprise, people actually do love the boy. And
Yeah.
also in Africa, I think the guy. When you look at Africa as a continent, I think Ruga is has heads only one there in places like East
Yeah. He
African
said
states
he's
like Ghana.
there.
Where is there? Because all these things like people came at him for you've not headline shows, you've not done this. I feel it could. I feel it can. And then I mean, was it today or yesterday? I'm seeing they are both being billed for the same show, right?
Hmm.
I saw what was it? It was on Instagram or something. I saw the post. There was Buju, there was Ruga, and coincidentally, none of them was in the front. There was five guys. Yeah, there was Ruga on this left hand side. There was, I
They
think, Buju on
separated
this.
Buju.
Yeah, but there was one. I forgot the name of the artist in the middle, and I think it's Rema or thereabouts. Some clouds, something, some cloud show like that. So, and they're both going to be there for that show on the same day. So hopefully,
Hmm.
there's no it doesn't degenerate into
No
something else.
backseat violence and
But
everything.
yeah, but I think Buju should focus on pushing. He shouldn't try and prove any points to anybody.
Hmm.
If anything, this is a slap on his face because he should be trumping whatever Buga came up with a week before
Yeah.
he dropped because he's got a newer song. That did not
Yeah.
happen, and that's backfired. Whether the song is good. Traboski
Hmm.
is a it's not Buju's best effort, but it's a good song. It's a feel good song, right? He tried to do the Amapiano thing. It was a good
Yeah.
song. Buju can, to be honest, Buju can do better. He can do better. But
Yeah.
that wasn't the track that you're going to use to compete with a Rugas
Yeah.
Ashiwaju that people love.
Yeah.
So
Anyways, we've actually had quite, a very, very good time here. Guys, we've asked for your opinions, we've asked for your questions. Please keep dropping them even after we end this video. Please continue to tell us exactly what you think about the whole thing we've discussed. Whiskey and, of course, Burna Boy, Whiskey and the whole Samklef singing thing, lyrics-wise, not a fantastic singer. Of course, Ruga and Benson, as well, what you think about the whole violence between these two artists. Quite a lot. Big Lala, on the next episode, guys, just listen to this one. On the next episode, we are going to be discussing one of the things we're going to be discussing is Ashake and the live performance brouhaha that is going on right now with this, guy. A lot of people have several takes on Ashake live performance, Adekunle Gold, and the rest of them. People are talking, and of course, we will be here to talk about that one as well. Watch out for that particular one. But for now, guys, thank you so much for always liking and sharing. It's been Coastal Reactions, Big Lala right here, on this very particular, one of the longest, we've ever done. And we're going to be bringing more of this to you, definitely. Please continue to put your comments down below. We'll see you guys on the very next one. Please continue to stay safe and God bless.
God bless.